Hi guys, Josh here. I led the team of researchers who published this paper. The work highlights that you can predict FTP from a short incremental test rather than the traditional 20-minute time trial. This not only saves time but also the training stress from testing. The work also shows how you can predict your maximum oxygen uptake, otherwise known as VO2max, from data obtained from a power meter. This short video demonstrates how to estimate FTP and VO2max from cycling powered data, which can be used to monitor performance and tailor training programs. So what do you need? A bike, a smart trainer or a cycle ergometer with a power meter, and finally a Garmin or equivalent computer to monitor and record your data. The protocol. Complete an individualized warm-up. This should be your preferred warm-up that you use typically prior to racing. Commence cycling at a comfortable wattage, which should be approximately 25% of your maximum power you predict you will achieve in this test or based on your previous test results. Increase the workload by 20 watts each minute until failure. Record the final workload that you successfully complete. That is the full 1 minute stage you successfully complete. This is what a typical test looks like. In this example, the cyclist completed the 1 minute stage at 400 watts, which is their Pmax or maximum power. Let's calculate their FTP from the incremental test. A link to the spreadsheet I will use to calculate our cyclist FTP and VO2max will be posted in the comments section of this video. The spreadsheet is free to download. To calculate FTP from the incremental test, enter the following into the spreadsheet. Enter the date, the athlete's details, their age, weight in kilograms, their starting workload. This is just to ensure that you use the same cycling protocol for the next test. And finally, their Pmax from the incremental test, which in our cyclist case was 400 watts. Hit enter, which calculates their functional threshold power in watts, 290, or functional threshold power in watts per kilo, which is 3.91. When calculating VO2max from cycling power data, you can either use this data from the incremental test or complete a 20-minute time trial. This is what a typical 20-minute time trial to assess functional threshold power, or FTP, looks like. In this example, the cyclist achieved an average power output of 323 watts. 95% of the 20-minute power provides an estimate of functional threshold power, or FTP, which in this case is 307 watts. Let's calculate their VO2max from the FTP test. After completing the 20-minute time trial, use the same spreadsheet we used to predict FTP to predict VO2max. Enter the test date, the athlete details, their age, their weight, the starting workload, and their average 20-minute power. This was the average power achieved during the 20-minute time trial, which in this case was 323 watts. In order to calculate FTP from the 20-minute power, we need to calculate 95% of 323. Which provides the following: FTP of 4.15 watts per kilo, or 307 watts. After entering the data, it calculates VO2 max in litres per minute, 4.86 litres per minute, or in mils per kilo per minute, which in this case is 65.7. Thank you for listening. Ride safe.